There is not a true first-time home buyer loan. So everybody's like, I'm a first-time home buyer. I wanted that first-time home buyer loan. I'm like, that's my team, we run. So when I say hit the gas, we're going. Most people, they say, well, I'm not ready for you to pull on credit because I need to do this and this. I'm like, let me pull it, because
this is one you just don't want to miss. Today, we're prepping you for the home buying process A to Z. We may not get it all in one video, but here's number one. So if you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I'm Tiffany Smith and I'm a real estate agent. I've been in the business since 2005, and you have so many questions, and it doesn't even matter if you're a first-time buyer or if you've bought multiple times. There's always so many different variables within the loan process, within the buying process, that changes. So today we have our realtor lender collab with my great friend Kristen Malarche, and I want you to share a little bit about
Tiffany.
yourself. Absolutely.
So I'm Kristen Malarche. I'm a branch manager and senior loan officer for Integrity Mortgage. I've been in the business for over 20 years in several different capacities, from processing to managing to originating. So got a good deep background of the mortgage business. Was still in the mortgage business with the whole mortgage crash of 2008. So seeing the ups and downs of this market, which is things that kind of help keep agents and clients reassured of kind of the market that we're in now as well, and educated of the past, present, what the future of this kind of market holds. So I'm definitely here to help and uncover any of those stones, let everybody know what all the different ways to navigate through the loan process.
Let's give a scenario. We have a brand new buyer. They've never purchased a home before, and they're unaware of exactly what they need to do. Maybe they've had one or two credit cards and they have student loans, things like that, but they are wanting to know, what should I do before I get to you to help to expedite the process? What are the steps that you would say to a brand new buyer?
Really, they just need to apply. So there's not really, for me, this is how I like to operate, is I don't want you to do anything. I want you to apply so I can then guide you and tell you, you need to do this, this, and this. Most people, they say, well, I'm not ready for you to pull on credit because I need to do this, and this. I'm like, let me pull it, because there are certain things that you may think you need to do and you don't really need to do that. You need to do this. Everybody's situation is different, so what I'm going to tell you is going to be different than somebody I'm going to tell somebody else. Yeah. If you just let me pull your application, say, okay, you need to be on your job for a little bit longer. You're not working enough hours. We need to get your income up. We're going to have to lower your price range. You've got to pay off some debt. You've got to get credit cards. I may send you back with 5 things to do or nothing. It's going to depend on your particular situation of what you're looking to do.
And again, there's no pre-preparation. There's no prep. Come to the lender and she's going to tell you exactly what you need to do from there. It takes all of the anxiety. I've had people to pay big accounts, thousands of dollars, and it had no impact on their credit score, or they didn't even realize that it wasn't being reported to the bureaus. I've had it happen. Just when you think that this is a big deal, you're telling the lender about a debt that's not even showing up on your credit report, that has really no major factor in you being able to get pre-qualified. Come to the lender first, and it takes all of those questions out of the play.
Come as you are. That's it. I'm going to tell you, if you're going to try to prepare on your own, Googling things on the internet is about one of the worst things you can do. You don't really even know what you're preparing for. You get a doctor, you go, I've got heart palpitations, I got this, I'm going to Google it, I'm dying tomorrow, I have this. Like,
doesn't YouTube told me, or
yes.
The internet told me.
Your internet tells you this, you Google things, and it's like all this misinformation comes up. It's the same thing. I treat everybody the same of going, what are you looking to do? What are your goals? Do you want to buy a house? What are your goals long term? Are you looking to make an investment, or you want to grow your wealth this way? Right. Then we can do a primary, then you can buy another house later as a primary, you turn that into investment. Like, how do you in turn, where do you want to go in life? I'm telling you, yeah, there are a lot of aspects and a lot of things you learn about loan programs and diving in, but again, it's every lender is going to have a little bit of a different situation of going, no, you don't need to do this or don't do that, and you go to some lenders and they give you bad advice, and then we're having to fix it. It's
right.
Just...
I can tell you how many files I've pulled from a lender who worked a file or tried to work it, and it was falling apart, and I had to bring it over to the experienced lender who knows all the ropes and can look at it and say, oh, we need to do blah, 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 and we can get this done in 2 weeks. they can come through and absolutely save your deal. So the thing I say to buyers a lot of times is, I'm going to get religious on you. Instead of you trying to be perfect before you come to the altar, just come to the altar.
Yeah.
Lift your hands and let God heal it.
Come as you are.
Come as you
Yeah.
are. It's so much easier and it takes away the anxiety. You can't get good enough to get God. You need God to get good. It's the same way with lending. You can't get things prepped fast enough and hard enough or great enough. You need to talk to the lender so the lender can tell you, okay, yeah, don't even worry about this. Here are the things that you need to worry about. These are the things I want you to take care of. And you have a list. You're walking away with a list.
Exactly. My philosophy is to be honest and be real. And I'm not trying to, try to scare anybody, but I want to be the reality. And I don't say I don't sugarcoat. I make it nice, but it's not all rainbows and butterflies. And
Sure.
here's the reality. The reality is X, Y, and Z. This is your situation. Here's how we plan to get you where you want to go. Most people are really receptive. Okay, I'm on it. Like, let's do this. So that's what makes it easier, is just going, you're going to get a real answer. It's not just, we'll take care.
Right.
It's not that you don't baby people. People need to learn. They
Right.
need to learn what they do now, because when you go to buy your next house and somebody just take care of everything,
What did you learn?
Nothing.
Right. And I want to interject right here because so many times, and I say so many times, often, buyers have tried to pre-qualify and maybe they got denied at the time. The lender gives them a list, and just know we're never saying something to try to hurt your feelings. And we don't want to lose you as a client because your feelings got hurt. Many times buyers will attach the fact that they weren't financially ready or able because of their credit to actually make the purchase, and then they're upset with the lender and the realtor, and they
Right.
put us out of the deal when we're the ones that's telling you everything to do to help you to get it fixed. The intent is not to hurt your feelings. The intent is to, all right, we need to give you these, here are the bullet points here, but just know we're not disregarding or trying to make you upset. It's just the facts, and here's some things that we
Right.
need to be taken care of.
That way, so when they go to buy the next house, that's how we build long-term clients and repeat clients, is building this rapport with them of going,
Right.
what did we do to fix it? Communicating, here, this is what we did this one. We get this one done, and then they come back to you, 5 years later, oh, hey, I'm ready to buy another house. How do I do this? You help me on this one.
Right.
So that's why we've been in the business so long, is
Sure.
because it's from repeat clients, not one client we never talked
One
to
and
them
done.
again. Your situation's going to have changed in 5 years.
Right.
Your credit score can change in a matter of minutes, much less. New job, you bought a car, you bought another car, you went and got other credit cards, you
Right.
went and did this, now you have a house. Are we going to sell your current house, or are you going to rent it out?
Right.
What options? So your
You're
situation.
married. You had children.
Yeah, and then that's a whole nother thing. And Louisiana, this is a point that people forget, is Louisiana is a community property state. So if we do any type of government financing, which is rural development, VA, or FHA, if you're legally married, we have to pull the spouse's credit report. I mean, legally, if you've been separated and you haven't talked to your spouse in 10 years, but y'all are still legally married, you better find them and either get divorced, or we got to get their credit report pulled. So
It's okay.
it happens all the time.
All the time.
I tell you now what you need to do, but that's not going to say anything that I'm going to tell you in 5 years.
Right. Come back to your trusted lender and your trusted realtor, and we've got your back. And we probably still have your file. We still have your
We still
file.
got-
We like to keep up with our people, with our clients. That's a great point. So with that being said, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What is the fastest period of time that you've closed a loan? What's the quickest loan you've closed?
I've gotten it clear to close 7 days, closing 8. So, and that's
One-
only because there's laws
one-
that we have to abide by for 7. So,
It's because you had to,
We
right?
had to.
It could have been sooner, but
It could've been.
7 days. I know it happens. And recently, you had a loan as well that closed.
Mhm.
And how long did it take you?
it
to
was
get
it was a VA loan. So VAs typically can take longer because of the requirements from the VA appraiser. So the VA appraiser has more time frame to get that appraisal back to us. And this one, we got it from contract to clear to close was in 10 days. We closed in 13. So
Wow.
by the time we got it ready, we closed last week.
Okay.
No, we closed Tuesday.
It closed Tuesday. When you're looking at that buyer specifically, how long had they made an application to the date that they closed?
We had been working with that client on several other properties
Okay.
that did not go through, but we had to because of the time frame. It had been months, so all of his documents had expired.
Yeah.
So we still had to get updated documents from him. So it wasn't like we had all of his stuff. We didn't have to get anything else. We started
Right.
asking for stuff, and he was on it. So he gave us everything we needed in the time frame we needed. And my team, we run. So when I say hit the gas, we're going, and we go quick.
This is why I want her here to talk to you, is because I've only met a few lenders who really know their stuff. And if you're having a tough time getting pre-approved, she's the person to come to because she knows every potential way that she could possibly get you approved to be able to buy, whether that is a home to live in as a primary dwelling or investment properties for that matter, right? Not everybody understands the different types of loans that are available and what those requirements are or who actually qualifies for them. So can you tell us a little bit about loans?
Yes, which is like a deep.
I can imagine.
It's deep but short. So basically, there are 4 loan types. And I'm just going to kind of tell you, there is not a true first-time home buyer loan. So everybody's like, I'm a first-time home buyer. I wanted that first-time home buyer loan. I'm like, that's not. There are perks to being a first-time home buyer with certain loan programs, but that is not a specific loan in itself.
That's good.
So you have a conventional loan, you have an FHA loan, a VA loan, and USDA or rural development, as everybody calls it. So those are your really 4 loan types. That's it. Everybody's going to get into one of those buckets, or if we have a jumbo that's over a certain loan amount, so that can be expanded a little bit. But those are your 4 common. USDA, VA, and FHA are all for primary residences only. So you can only use those if you're purchasing a primary residence. Conventional is for a primary residence, and you use that for second homes or investment properties.
What I like to say to you, if you're looking to actually obtain a mortgage, you're looking to buy a home or investment properties, I want to say, talk to someone that has a relationship with a great lender. I'm giving you a great lender. So where are you? Thank you. So who are the buyers that you can help? What states are you licensed to?
I'm licensed in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. And our company is licensed in multiple states. So we've got other loan officers within that I work with as well. So
if you're in those states, how can they get in contact with you?
Well, it's my website is closewithkm.com, or you can call me on my cell at 225-281-4945.
It's awesome. There's so much more coming. We'll be back with Kristen. We have more great information that we're going to share with you over time. If this video was something that is going to help you with your process, or if there's someone that you want to share this with, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll be here with more information, more good tips, and more checklists. Thank you so much, Kristen, for being here with us, and we'll see you on the next one.
That's your generation that does
it
that.
Is.
It's awful.
It's so
it's like, I'm like, stop. Googling.